2015 is shaping up to be a blockbuster year for the cinema. Movie franchises like James Bond and The Hunger Games are proving to be big box office hits. And the next Star Wars installment is yet to come. In this week's FaceTime, the CEO of Vue Cinemas tells CNN how he plans to capitalize on this year's growth and keep people coming back for more.
Looking to the end of this year, presumably you're feeling very, very good about the end of the year. You couldn't ask for much more. Star Wars, Bond. How's the end of 2015 looking?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a record-breaking quarter. I mean, Bond opened up in the UK, broke all records, and it's been a really exciting period. And then Star Wars, and Star Wars is already outpacing and outselling anything and everything. So I think we're going to have a record-breaking quarter. And I think part of the game changer internationally is China. And I think you're going to see some absolutely massive box office numbers on the back of the Chinese box office.
How vulnerable is the cinema industry to what's happening more broadly economically?
The good news and the bad news is that as an industry, we've been kind of almost counter-cyclical to economic downturns. If you look at the last kind of 100 years and the kind of major recessions, there's been no real correlation between the economy and movies and the success of those movies. We need to rely on Hollywood getting it right, which they don't always do. And I think if you look at last year in particular was a year where it was kind of a perfect storm of Fast and Furious being pushed back. There was no big Pixar summer movie. And some of the big blockbuster movies just didn't deliver to expectations.
What is your greatest competition or threat?
It is everything that one would do out of home. And cinemas tend to be inherently somewhat geographically monopolistic. Our customers will gravitate to whatever, like for like, they'll gravitate to whatever is closest and easiest for them. And as an industry, we are very supportive of our competitors, and I think that all of us try and share best practices because we're all in the same industry.
For you personally, this must have been an extraordinarily rewarding experience to have created this company and seen it come this far. What piece of advice do you give people who are looking to be in a leadership role like the one you're in?
We are a literally move into garage startup company. As you get bigger, the challenge is to keep that entrepreneurial spirit alive. And that's tough. That's tough when you get big. For us, having key executives have equity in the company so they actually think like owner managers makes a huge difference. And if the company does well, they personally do well, and they think and take pride in that way.